Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're doing alright. From one fanaticism aura to the other, from smiter to this. Crazy. I have less skeletons and minions than last time because I modified my summoner here a little bit. So I have more magic find, but less skeletons. Speaking of modifications, bro, I'm very sad. I'm very sad. So I did this Uber Ancients, and I was super lucky to get this here. Protector Stone, a unique jewel. And yeah, there's a bunch of nice mods. And I was wondering, of course, this does not work with minions. But yeah, that's exactly the problem I have here. So there's no gem for minion builds. That's not cool, man. Like, it's one of the most iconic things you can play in Diablo 2. I would even go as far as if someone likes to play minion manager in an ARPG, then Diablo 2 is the very best. Just to play this type of build. Everything else came after D2, right? Your Grim boards, your Titan quests, all this. Path of Exile 2, Summoner build. Comes close to the Diablo 2 Summoner build feeling. Credits there, for real, for real. But yeah, how come there's no gem from these new, unique, and they are absolutely OP, bro. This has to go onto my Barbarian next. But yeah, what the hell? It would only count, of course, if I hit them. It only counts for the character, not for the minions. But there are a bunch of minion builds. I have the Minion Warlock. Almost the Arak drop. I have the Minion Druid. Yeah, yes, that's viable. They also walk around with Beast, I think. But yeah, what the hell, man? Ooh, and sleep on these shrink heads. Yeah, if 2 sockets, perfect. If this would be a 3 to Bone Spear, you would make a Splendor. Gives +1. Then it would be a +4 to Bone Spear. This plus white, GG. Lore Helm. Viper Armor, whatever. Crazy. My +6 to Battle Order CTA fell off. But yeah, I want to cry about that in this video. And show you my OP Summoner. While doing so. That's crazy, man. Like, for real. Like, not even if I would put a... Let's say I socket 1 for cold damage. Not the physical variant of this new gem. Maybe for the cold mages. No, no. Does not count at all for minions. The only exception are the traps. Traps are considered minions in D2. The assassin traps. But only because they changed it here in Resurrected. So I have the lightning gem, for example, for a lightning trap assassin. So there it works. It's the only minion exception. Damn. Players 1 corpse exploded Nuki AF, bro. I have a bone break as well, but it's an old one. Yay, no statue. Yo, by the way, apparently... Oh man, I have no TPs. Those statues, yeah, from the act bosses, which you need each one each from each act, and then you can try your luck for one of the new jewels. Not only luck, you can also somewhat target farm these, depending on which ancient dies last of those 3. You drop one of 2 gems. In my case, it was Fizz or Cold. I was lucky I got the right one, the one I wanted. But they apparently drop from terrorized egg bosses. Bro, I killed 5 Diablos. I got 4 statues in a row. Maybe the first round was nothing, right? And then I got 4 statues in a row, and then I traded for the others. And then I got my jewel, right? Like, that's the first thing. Apparently it should only work a terrorized boss, question mark. But I have it in normal Diablo all the time. And next season they will be more rare. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's the bug. That you can farm them on normal. Yeah. It will make them more rare, because if you use the new shards, like, it needs to be really, hey, this hour is chaos terrorized. Then you can farm this efficiently and try. Because if you terrorize it on your own, if you have enough, okay, you want to do 100 chaos rounds, you need 100 shards. You need to terrorize this every new lobby again then. So now I can drop it in, like, without terrorized. And I think that's the change to next season. Yeah, I wanted this to mention here. Feels bad, man. For the people who are interested, my items really quick. It's a very basic bitch Necromancer setup. Also, I don't have the Iron Golem. So I could get a total of 2 auras more, which is insane. That would be a Cure Helm to give them curse immunities. Pseudo curse immunity. It's only level 1 cleansing, but it's really nice, especially here in Chaos. Farm Chaos a lot, I like this area much. But right now he has Andarius to help with the Might Aura. So it's a level 21 Might Aura for these minions. They also have Thorns Aura. And he also has an Infinity Conviction Aura, lowers defense of enemies, and for the fire portion of Corpse Explode. Boom, make this really nuky. That's the reason why I'm wearing here Infinity on a Merc. My items. I have Beast and a military pick. I think it looks really cool in this base. Fits Necromancer theme a little bit. I don't have CBF right now in the build, because, yeah, not necessary at all on the Necro. Just stand back, play Minion manager, so I rather stack a little bit of Magic Find. I have 210 MF. I think that's a really good value. Between like 150 and like 250, I found the best stuff. Like high quality unique stand, not just a random crap, right? So if I shake with an Ist, Amaras, 24 auras. I don't know what's the highest roll, 25 or 30. Yeah, depending on what's the highest roll, I think it's decent Maras. Spirit, 35 cast rate to reach the breakpoint. A breakpoint, it's not like the highest, but it's okay. Just be quick with the skellies. I have a Wisp here. To be honest, yeah, it's crazy OP to have this Heart of the Wolverine buff for the minions. But on players 8, this rips all the time. So when I'm farming players 8 Terror Zones with this to try for like a Grand Jump, I rather have a plus skill more, not gonna lie. Sadly. It's a cool tech, but on players 8 it's... You only get the Lightning Absorb in a Magic Fight then. And the thing you will rip all the time. I have Auroch, plus skill, cast rate. Nice, I like this item a lot. Cool build, really cool build. 1 SOJ and Mage Fist. Because of the mana regen. Sometimes when I summon them at the beginning of join the lobby, go Harrogard, go do a Pendle run and pre-summon them. There's all these skellies. You can just raise them for free basically. It's just a few seconds. Then I need to use a potion now and then, but generally I'm good with this. Not going to lie, man. That's plenty of regen. Crazy. And the +1 fire skill counts for Corpse Explode. Which brings me... Oh, almost forgot. One of the core pieces of the build, Mirror Walk. Very nice damage from this 2 to Skeleton Mastery. It's one of the main ways to scale up the damage. Not only are giving the Might Aura, Fanaticism Aura, all this crazy shit, but this is where the damage comes from actually. You know, attack rating and so on. So GG boots. Would even save points into the skill tree because this has Bone Prison charges, which can be useful in Ubertrist. My inventory, A bunch of plain summoning skills. Also what I like about this build, it's fairly cheap. Yes, it requires Enigma, and that's not only that's not even then that's just the start, right? It's a rabbit hole, this build. And then you want this, then you want the next aura, then you want the next aura, then you want a Pride Iron Golem, and it's just escalates quickly. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, Summon Necro is cheap. Like a plain skiller like this costs maybe a pull rune when trading. I have an old Bone Break because this plus amp damage had a real cheeky combo for this minions. It hits like a truck, bro. So the new one, of course, would be better. Have a torch and an Annie. And also, maybe a little tip, the res is generally a little bit bad for... It's very difficult to cap this out on a summon necro. It's like a little sickness of this build. Always has been. And therefore, when trading for a torch, like I did this on purpose here. Low attributes, but therefore it's 20 or res. So this torch was very cheap, therefore. Like one bad, very bad, almost min roll. So the res are more important than the attributes, I think, for the necro, especially for the summon necro. Yeah, 6 to battle order. More about the time, the duration. And then a bunch of all skills, they count to this level, right? Not a 6 to battle order, it's a, I don't know, plus 15 or so. Stat-wise, enough strength and dexterity gear, remaining points into vitality, nothing into energy. The skill tree. The sounds of these auras make me, they're driving me crazy. The skill tree. Let's start with the summoning part here. So, raise skeleton can basically, when you create your Necromancer, you spawn with a weapon that has a plus skill for this. So right away you have one skeleton. You can 0 to hero this to this. Would be crazy, would take forever. But yeah, it can be done, I guess. I'm not sure. So I usually use this in normal mode. And then I swap to, for a short time, I swap to the Bone Spear build with this white. Then I progress maybe through Fell mode or whatever. Because I think the skeletons get clapped with no gear at all in hell. Then maybe farm up some stuff and eventually farm up Enigma. And when I have Enigma, then I can swap to my beloved summon build. I think this is the bare minimum required to play this build, sadly. And then on top, the auras, the auras, the auras, the auras. How important are the auras? Very much, very, very important. I had a Pride Iron Golem, which provides a concentration aura that's attack rating and damage. That's absolutely insane. And on players 8, I feel the difference so much. It's nuts. I absolutely need a new Pride Reward. Important, important. So, in my variant right now, I have a maxed out Res Skeleton. A massive level... Oh, well, I could get more. I could get a higher level, right? More SHA, one more SHA. Also nice regen, then more, even better regen. Bit of Bone Break, one more plus skill, and so on. This can be a 3 to summoning. But yeah, level 42. It's like unbuffed here. Damage multipliers are pretty insane. 1 into every golem. The only golem I'm using is the clay golem. It's a cool tech. You can slow enemies. Plus the Grabify, even more slow. I have a maxed out summon resist. So even when like doing Ubers, they not just die immediately from like one fire. Or like Declone is a good example. Like one wave of fire, like this circle attack, boom, half your army dead. You have no plus skills and no res. I have 1 point in the revive. Tempting to max this, but the duration is always the same, and I only get more monsters. And maxing this is like 45 monsters. It's too much micromanagement. Until you're done reviving 45, almost the first one will start dying again. That's a little bit of a meme. But 1 point is it's one of the best abilities in the entire game. This, and especially Drops Explode. So, truth to be told, doesn't matter what Necromancer we are playing in D2. more personal preference, because at the end of the day, every Necro is a Corpse Explore Necro. It's just how it is, man. It's more like a, which ability would you prefer to kill the first monster, sir? And then you can blow up the rest with Corpse Explode, amp damage combo. Plus, in my case, I even have Infinity, so this is even more nukey. And on players 1, it's just face roll. Since I maxed this, like I don't have the Iron Golem tag, so I have points, so I can afford this to max this. Radius 14 yards, that's the entire screen. For the curses, already said amp. More points in here, don't increase the damage or anything, just more radius. Look at this with all the plus skill on the gear. I think that's enough radius. There are a bunch of other curses. The only one I'm sometimes using is the Crapify. It's Bale or the cool tech. Crapify plus Iron plus Clay Golem. Yeah, that's pretty much the build. I also have points into Bone Armor, but without any points into its synergies, it doesn't eat much damage. So I have to recast this all the time. I forget it. Right, I do it at the beginning. Once I join a lobby, and most of the time I forget that I have this even, because I have to resummon this all the time then. So those points could be saved and invested somewhere else. But where? Maybe if someone wanted a few more revives, or a cleaner number of minions. Triggers me usually a little bit, so I want 10 mages, not 9. I don't know. Yeah, that's about the skill tree, the gear, the entire tech, so all these auras, Infinity, Thorns, Might, Fanaticism. And it could be Concentration on top and Cleansing on top. That's absolutely final form unlocked then. Then since I was about to say you need the new gem, but this fucking gem does not work for any minion build. Well, there is no gem that works for minion builds. Dude. But yeah, the new Bone Break. Does that even work? It's not even worth farming up the new one then. Bro, it's not even worth farming up the new Grand Charm as well for the minion build. That's tough. Yeah, I have a Geetsium to reach nice MF. That's it. Pretty much it. Let me know what you think about this. The semi-budget Summon Necro. Without, like, this is one level before final form unlocked with the Iron Golem tag. Yep. But if the Necro dies, the Golem is gone. And this Pride reward costs like, I don't know, 5-6 high runes.